In the meantime, let's talk about Aaron Judge.
Oh, yeah.
What is he, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Sport? Is that
Every
what you
day,
call him?
baby. Yeah, I call him the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And my daughter always says, Dad, did the Chief Justice, did the Justice, what's his name? The Chief what? Did he hit a home run today? It's adorable.
That's like, and the answer to that should just be probably, because at this point he most likely
Yeah.
did. It's like
Yeah.
I used to check it on this Mariners website every day because it was before I had a smartphone and all this stuff to check scores, and it was did the Mariners win today.com. And and for a long time it would know, yes, they'd update it every day, but eventually it just
Yeah.
got to the point where they just put probably not, and they just left it, and then it eventually fell down.
Oh, no.
That
Oh,
is a true
man.
story. That was a real
That's
actual website, and it was amazing.
that's
So
terrible.
Aaron Judge has 59 total home runs on the season through
Yeah.
142 games.
Yeah.
Maris through 56 or had 56 through 142. Babe Ruth had 53 through 142, and he ended with 60. Maris ended with 61, and then Alex Rodriguez had 52 through 142 games. He ended with 54. So he is well ahead of the pace. Has a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time to go before he catches Maris, because so this is the thing too, is that Babe Ruth at the time had 154 games, I believe, to reach his mark of 60.
Yeah.
Maris was one of the first seasons that they had 162 games, and
Might
so
have been
he hit 61.
right in 1961.
Yeah,
Did you know there was never officially an asterisk
for
because of
Maris
the
at
additional
61.
games? Yeah.
Yeah,
There was so much upheaval, and people were so angry about the 61 coming in a full 162 season instead of 154. People were
mm.
irate that they allowed Maris to have officially broken the record. But I don't know. There was never an asterisk. It's not in the books.
No, it's not, because it's official, because they were official games played. If there
Every
had not
time.
been official games played, then it wouldn't have counted. But anyway,
Right.
so Aaron Judge is going to hit more than 61, and I don't even remember what we said. I think I might have said 64 total. I think he's
Yeah.
past that.
Yeah, I think he will. I think I said 60. What did I say? 65 or 66 or something?
I think so.
Something. I don't remember what I predicted, but all I know is it's very exciting. And given that he leads the league in everything except for batting average, it's pretty intense.
It is, and he's like right there with batting average.
Let's move on to that. So, okay,
Okay, yeah.
this gets into the Triple Crown conversation with Aaron Judge. If you're not paying attention, you should be. We talked about Goldschmidt and his Triple Crown push and the chances of him succeeding, but let's move to Aaron Judge now. So, Aaron Judge leads the league in home runs with 59. Second place is Jordan Alvarez, who has 37 home runs. Alvarez is not going to catch Judge.
No
So I
chance.
feel like,
No chance.
no, the home run record, totally solid. Same with RBIs. Aaron Judge leads the league with 127 right now. Jose Ramirez is in second place with 113. That's RBIs. Batting average is where it gets dicey. So currently, Aaron Judge has a 316 batting average. That puts him tied for third place with Xander Bogaerts at 316. Both of them are behind Luis Arias of Minnesota at 317. So I looked it up, and then I found that my good friend, now he's my good friend, Andrew Simon of MLB.com, did a whole breakdown for us to assess what are the chances that Aaron Judge will earn the Triple Crown and beat out the competition for batting average. And I'm not going to give you all of them because he does a really thorough job at MLB.com. You got to go check it out. It's a great article, but there are a couple of scenarios he breaks down. I think there are 4. I'm going to give you the details here. If Aaron Judge goes 30 for his next 70-ish at-bats, right? About 70 at-bats, because this was written a couple of days ago. But if Aaron Judge went 30 for 70 to finish at 324, okay, that's awesome. He finishes at 324. He could do that, but then the rest of the competition would have to do this. Okay. Arias would have to have 77 at-bats and no more than 26 hits. That would put his average at 338. So Aaron Judge would have to do better than that. Bogarts would have to go 26 out of 71 at-bats with a 366 average over that period of time. And that would shift Aaron Judge over the top. Let me go down all the way to the bottom where he gives his final scenario of Judge finishing with only a 300 through the remainder of his 70 at-bats, or about 70 at-bats, right? So that puts him finishing at about 309 overall. Let's say he does really poorly, okay? If Aaron Judge does poorly and goes 21 for 70 and he does 300 the rest of the season, Arias would have to be 18 for 77 and hit 234 through the remainder of the season. Bogarts would have to hit 239 through the remainder of the season for that to be the case. So bottom line, and I'm just going to quote this, right? This is from Andrew Simon, quoting, says, a Judge batting title, and by extension a Triple Crown, is clearly within the realm of possibility, but just as clearly it's going to be super difficult. So he says it will likely require an excellent finish, and even then, all of his challengers basically have to fall short, right? They have to kind of stop doing so well.
Yeah, that's really interesting, especially since they're only separated by 1 point.
Right.
That's like the big thing that's crazy is that all that has to happen for just 1 point. That's crazy.
Exactly.
But here's the thing too: is that Arias plays for the Twins. The Twins are have essentially been eliminated. They had a really, really rough weekend. They haven't been mathematically eliminated yet, but the Guardians pretty much just dropped them down, and it's insurmountable for them unless there's a miracle. So I don't know how hard. I don't want to question a guy's desire to play hard, but how many ground balls is Arias going to be trying to beat out over the next couple weeks? What's his plate approach going to be? And granted, for a guy this is the first time he was an all-star. He did finish top 10 in the Rookie of the Year, but he's having a career year this year, and I believe he's going into arbitration.
He is, yeah.
So that is motivation enough, I feel like, for him to be like, yeah, I want to win the batting title. So it can be really tough for Judge to get that.
Well, and Bogarts is in a big-time quagmire with his contract and where he remains with the Red Sox, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let me look at his contract details. I know there's some issues there. I just don't know off the top of my head, but
so
looks like
because there was a lot of talk about him being trade bait this year. He's heading into so he's signed through 2026.
Right.
But it's
with Scott Boras.
Yeah. Yep. So he's
locked in.
He is locked in. But I think that if the Red Sox decide that this is not going to be the team that's going to take them back to the World Series, then they're going to start shedding some payroll, and his might be it, because he could fetch a massive haul as far as prospects go.
And you could move Trevor Story back to shortstop.
Yeah, because you're paying him a whole bunch of money.
You sure are.
So
I think he's doing well at second base, but you could move him.
But guys are more comfortable at their positions, and Story said when he left Colorado that he wanted to play shortstop.
Exactly.
So I think there was may have been a conversation had there. But anyway, because the other guy is Rafael Devers, and I know we're getting into some free agency stuff with the Red Sox here, but he's got one more year on his deal, so he could get moved next year, I would think. But
anywho, for sure.
But let's go back to Goldschmidt real quick with the triple crown, because I honestly, like, looking at it right now, I don't think he's going to get it.
It's going to be super tough.
9 points behind Freddie Freeman for the batting average. Freeman's at 331. Goldschmidt is 322. Kyle Schwarber continues to hit home runs. He has 39. Goldschmidt is tied for third with 35. He's tied with Pete Alonso. And then Austin Riley has 36. And then with RBIs, Pete Alonso has 115 and Goldschmidt has 112.
Oh, yeah, that just.
And the Mets have got to continue to win.
They have to.
Time.
Yeah, and so do the Phillies. Have to.
Yeah. Yep. Phillies absolutely have to. Big
Yeah,
time.
Phillies they're in big trouble right now after giving up that Brave series. Oh
Mhm.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think Goldschmidt is going to get it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
got too much ground to make up between now and the end of the season, especially with batting average. Like
It's Freeman. Yes.
listening to what Judge has to do to overcome 1 point. Freddie Freeman just continues to hit. That's all that dude does, is he just
Yep.
hits. So
Yep.
I,
For
I
sure.
think Paul Goldschmidt's Triple Crown hopes are over. He's got to be looking forward to the playoffs now, though, because the Cardinals are going to be in.
They're going to the
So
playoffs.
there's that.
Yep.
Yep.
No
For
doubt.
sure.